There's something special about Florida and swimming pools.
Oh yeah.
Is there another state other than Florida that is very popular with swimming pools?
Yeah, I mean California, Texas. I mean,
California,
those are really
Texas?
the markets. I mean, where it's hot, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But there's an interesting story about California that I learned. It's actually very interesting if you think about it. So I don't know when, during the 50s or something, like they had the largest drought ever. Even to this day, California had the largest drought like ever. And
the Bay Area used to be a pond, used to be a lake.
What do you mean?
The Bay Area in San Francisco?
Like how long ago?
Like I think like 100 or 150 years ago.
That's crazy.
And the lake drowned, what they say?
What, dried up?
Dried up?
Or evaporated?
It became a city.
Okay. Oh no, I didn't know that. So is it below sea level then, or was it just?
It is like an inlet. There is.
Okay, so it's not okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Well, so I found this out. Like, I don't know what it was a socioeconomic thing. It was like I think it was after World War II. They were saying because the economy was good. Okay. Right. People were buying. The pool started to gain popularity, and at the time.
After World War II.
Yeah, like the economy. We had a lot of. It was a surplus economy. Like so.
So pools
people were spending
correlated with people how much people have money.
Oh yeah, well that's a whole other conversation. But absolutely, pools are a luxury. They're like boats. Okay. So people were spending money on swimming pools, right? Because now we had a good the economy was good, everything, we were safe, secure, all that stuff. And at the same time, like what do you call that? The design trend that was in. Like,
Art Deco.
Was it? No, not Art Deco. That was Miami. That was specifically in Miami. This was, so
in California.
Yeah. What was it?
I am not that cultured.
What was like the roller skating? Like what was all that the art? No, like
roller skating.
It'll come to me. It doesn't matter.
Hipster?
Whatever it's called, but that design that was in at the time, right? Okay. Like the trendy. That was what was trendy, and it was organic shaped swimming pools, like the free-form swimming pools. So
like a banana.
Right. That's why free-form pools were popular, because that was at the time just where everything was. So people had money. They were spending them on swimming pools. That was the type of designs that were being done. Okay. Because that was at that time that was what was popular. But also California had the largest drought ever. So they put a mandate that people had to start saving water, and so they had to start draining their swimming pools to save water. And that's when like surfing was real big in California, and that's when right around the same time skateboarding was like a fad. Skateboarding wasn't a thing; it was a fad. There was nowhere to skateboard, so
they used pools.
They started skateboarding in swimming pools because now the pools were drained because of all these other factors. Yeah. Now the kids had somewhere to skateboard, and if you notice, you look back and whatever. I don't know if it was I don't know when that was, 40s, 50s, whatever. You look at the cover of the magazines, like that, they started to have tournaments and everything. They were being held in swimming pools, right? Shit. Public swimming pools, even the back of people's houses. And so they make the argument that essentially, if it had not been for all of that, like skateboarding if it hadn't been for swimming pools at the time and the socioeconomic reasons and the climate and all that stuff, skateboarding wouldn't exist. So
interesting.
Yeah, skateboarding could have just been something that everyone was like, "Yeah, get out of here." Yes, skateboard kids, and it could have went away, you know.
Yes. So, but why pools were like, when you talk about swimming pool, you think about the wall, and then why pools were like gradually because to be able to skate on it, it has to be like a hyperbola, Like, why were they?
Why were they like that? You mean? Well, so that's another good question. So I'm wondering if are you asking because you know the answers, or are you asking because you're genuinely curious?
I don't know the answer. I have no idea what the answer.
What do you think? What do you think it is?
Like I would imagine when the swimming pool becomes like a beach, right? When you go out of the pool without stairs, they make it like a beach, this gradual. But for the skating, it goes like this.
No, but think in terms. In order to do that. In order to have a beach entry, we do those nowadays, right? But you need a lot of runway, right, for a beach, right? If you if you have a pool that's only 15 feet long, so think about it in the backyard. The pools at that time 15 by 30, right? But so what did you do? So back then, architecture design in general was a lot more utilitarian, right? Okay. So meaning they designed things specifically for use. So when you think of a swimming pool back then, what did every swimming pool have back then that it doesn't nowadays? It had a diving board and a deep end. So back then,
a diving board and a deep end.
Right, they had deep end. They had 12 pools were 12 foot deep, 8 foot deep, and they had diving boards in them because that's what you did in the pool. You swam and you dived, right? Okay. So the gradual slope is because in order to get to that depth, you have to.
But you know which slope I'm talking about? When you skate like
right. Well, it's
why
because
would
the
the
pools,
edge be chamfered like this? Why it's not edgy?
because the pools were not square. The pools were curved, and you can't do straight edges on a down like in a curved pool. So it was just by way of the times. That was the organic shapes we're in.
Okay.
And that's gonna come to me at some point. The design that's gonna come to me. What it's called?
Yes.
Retro.
Holy shit.
That was in.
Okay.
You know. So you can't do like if the pool's a amoeba shape of an amoeba, you can't do like straight lines or whatever. So but nowadays we don't build pools deeper than 5 feet for the most part, and they don't have diving.
Why is this? Is it not for insurance reasons?
No, well, there's a couple of reasons.
Like so people don't drown and in your house.
Well, that's why it's so interesting. It's like a lot of this stuff happens because of the times, because of the way. So now swimming pools, most of them are not built past 5 feet. One because
5 feet, okay.
One because swimming pools are just that much more expensive, you know. But it costs more money. It costs more money to go deeper because you have dewatering, and plus it's more materials. It's a larger vessel.
Yes.
But so now most people don't use their pools anymore for like
diving,
for swimming, even, you know. Diving. You don't really dive in
for leisure.
Well, it's leisure, social, right? And that's why now most of them have sun shelves. And
what is a sun shelf?
Like a tanning light, little shower area. We put an umbrella.
Oh, yes.
You can lay out on a, you know, like this.
It's called a sun shelf.
Right.
Interesting.
So that's just everything changes, right? Over time, everything changes.
What else interesting